Hello everyone and welcome to a very exciting project. This is going to be a first for the channel because we're going to build this full stack application using Next.js, Convex for our backend, or rather for our database, Tailwind CSS for our styling, ShadCN for our UI components, and Kind for authentication. So this is one of the pages that you're seeing, which is the home page. This is the page that you're going to be greeted with when you first log in. And it contains all the recipes that have been created in the application, but only up to a maximum of 12 because we have a discover page. And on the discover page, you can search for foods using this input, and it is going to show all the recipes that are available on the website. So if I search for something like chicken, then you can see that it is going to return all the recipes that have chicken either in the name or in the description. And then of course we have this recipe card which you can click and it will take you into the recipe page for that particular food with the title, with the entire description, and with more details about that particular recipe, the category of that recipe, and the difficulty in making it. And then of course it gives you the ingredients and then the instructions. And then finally on the bottom, it shows you who created that recipe and when they created it. And when you click on this, it will take you into their profile page. And on the profile page, it is very standard. You can see that you have the avatar, you have the username of that person, you have their email, but the email is only visible if you're viewing your own profile. So if you're viewing another person's profile, you're not going to be able to see their email. And then it shows when you joined and then the number of recipes that you've created. And then of course, if you're not happy with any one of these, you can go ahead and delete them. And if I say delete recipe, then it deletes it from your recipes list. It gives you this nice toast notification, and then it decrements the number of recipes that you currently have. And we also have a my recipes page, which just shows the recipes that you have created. And of course, this is specific to every user. So in a few moments, I'm going to log in with another account so that I can show you that this is specific to the user. And then of course, we have the favorites page. So if you have a food that you like, you can go into its page, and when you go into its page, you have a heart icon here which you can click on, and when you click on it, if it is not liked, then it is going to be unliked, or that if it is not liked, then it is going to be liked and added to the favorites, and then vice versa is true as well. And then we have the profile page, which I've already taken a look at, and then we have the settings page, and the settings page right here, the notifications part and the privacy and security part are just for aesthetics. They don't really do anything, but you can go ahead and change the email address that is associated with the account right here. And then for the danger zone, you can also delete your account, and it gives you this nice looking model where you have to type the word delete before this button becomes active so that you can delete your account. Okay, seem to have messed up the cancel button right here. And then finally on the bottom, we have the sign out part where when you sign out, it is going to sign you out of the application, and you are met with this homepage, which we are going to create. So this is the homepage of the application. Very nice looking homepage, very generic, gives you a features section and then a call to action section as well. And then when you click on join recipe hub, I'm now going to go ahead and log in with a different account. So right here, we are met with kind authentication where I've set up email authentication. So when you enter your email, it's going to send a code to your email, which you have to enter here. And if you don't have an account, you can simply click on create one, and it gives you this nice looking form. So I already have an account. So I'm just going to enter my email, and then you can see that it sends a code to my email address. So let me go ahead and get it. And I have my code right here. So I'm going to copy it. And then back inside here, I can enter it and then continue, and it is going to redirect me into the application. And after a successful login, you can see that now I'm redirected into the application, and it even changes the name that is shown right here because we're getting it from the database, or rather from the authentication. And now I'm just going to go ahead and create a new recipe, but just to demonstrate what I explained, if I go into a recipe here, now look, I don't have any favorites yet. So I don't have any favorites yet because this is a different account. But if I go back and add a new favorite, so I can add a new favorite right here. And now if I visit my favorites tab right here, I should have the favorites now being listed right there. Now, another thing that I wanted to demonstrate is that if I go ahead and take a look at the profile of the person who added it, I can visit their profile, but now I can't change their username, and then I also can't see their email address, and I don't have the create recipe button as well because this is not my profile. But then now if I go ahead and create a new recipe, let me attach an image here, and you can attach multiple images. So I'm just going to select, like, let me select 4 of them, and they're going to be uploaded, and the file upload service that we're using is also convex, so we are not adding anything else. So you can see that for every image that is uploaded, we get this DOS notification that image is uploaded. And then for the recipe name, let me just say a popular food that we have. And then let me just get some text which is going to act as the description. So paste it here from random text generator. And then for the ingredients, I'm just going to say flour and eggs and sugar and water. You can just do that. For the servings, we can do 4. Prep time, you can do 30 minutes. Cook time, you can do 2 hours. Difficulty, we can set the difficulty into medium. And then the category we can do is going to be dinner. And then for the instructions, you can type out each of the instructions, but I have some copy pasted text right here, which I'm just going to copy and paste multiple times. And by the way, you can rearrange this, so if you grab it and then drag and drop, it rearranges the list as well as for the instructions part right here. And so for this, we're going to be using the D&D kit, which is very nice. And then I can click on publish, which is going to now publish my recipe. You can see that now it redirects me to the home page. It publishes my recipe because you can see that this is a different profile than this one. And then I have this recipe. I can view other people's recipes. And then when I click on my recipe right here, I can also add it to my favorites. And then when I go to the bottom, I can click on this to visit my profile. And on my profile, you can see that I've only created 1 recipe, which I can delete. And then I can also update my username right here. So if I change this into just my second name, I can save it, and it is going to update my name everywhere where my name is going to appear. So that's very, very nice. And this obviously just takes you into the create recipe page. And then once again on the discover page, we have all the recipes appearing. Of course, it loads in first of all using that nice loading animation. And then we have all the recipes that appear. And then if I go ahead and search for a recipe by its name, and I can also search for a recipe using its category. So if I'm looking for recipes that are for breakfast, I can filter them out, for lunch, for dinner, for dessert. And if there are no recipes, you can see that we have this default state where we can clear all the filters, which just basically means we turn this into the all category. And then if there's some text inside here, then it just clears the text. As well as for the difficulty, if we were to set some difficulty here, it will just return it into the all part right here. So if I say clear filters, you can see that now we have all the recipes appearing again. This is reset, and then we can close down the filters tab right there. So that is the demo of the application that we're going to be building, and this is going to be a very long project, and we're going to be writing a lot of code. So I hope you're ready for that. Now, something else that I forgot to mention is that because we are writing a lot of code, then I do make some mistakes in the video, but later on I am able to catch them. So whenever you see that I've made a mistake, just correct it immediately, because chances are that later in the video I'm also going to correct it. And then another thing that I did not mention, or rather that I forgot to do, is that in the project I forgot to change the title and the description of the application. But that is just as simple as going into your layout file, and then inside your layout file you have the metadata right here, which can change the title into whatever you want, and then the description as well, you can set it into whatever you want. And now we are officially ready to begin.